Today's reading invites us to ground our joy in purpose. The cards remind us that even in chaos, beauty blooms when we act with awareness and heart. Namaste asks us to eat with intention, savoring nourishment as sacred. Self-compassion tells us to nag, notice, acknowledge, and go, and give kindness to ourselves in our moment of Zen. Robert M. Pirsig reminds us that Buddha's Godhead resides in all things, and Janet Jiryu Abels teaches that Zen is lived not only on the mat, but in every mindful act of being. Namaste, Witchlings! Welcome one and all to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, with that, welcome back, or if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome! Each day, we flow with the sacred spiral. I am Di, your favorite yoga witch and guide through this. So let's dip into today's spiral together. Now, go grab your favorite crystal. I am grabbing rose quartz today because it genuinely is my favorite. That's not, well, yep. Nope, that's cherry quartz. So we're grabbing cherry quartz. Light your candle or incense, cozy up with a cup of coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug today, and let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps the Witchling circle grow, and it keeps our daily spiral turning. We're having a day here. It is so Monday. Nope. Oh. All right. No birthdays today, unfortunately. All right. Let's get going. Continuing on. As I light the flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those who are stumbling and or lost along the way. I also light this light for the survivors and victims of gun violence in the United States. And now, with the lighting of our candle, our circle is closed, and we invite the ancestors to be with us today. All right. All right, my witchlings. Before we dive into the cards, let's check and see what everybody has to say in chat for a minute. So, eyebrow was done August of 24 at the Seattle Tattoo Expo. This side of my nose, the first time was 2010, 2011. And then this year I did this side, and my navel because, well, I know. Okay. Okay, I'll fix. Sorry. Discussing notes. But yeah, I have wanted these for years. I've got to get down to have to the piercing place to have this one changed because I can't do it. And then I did this because I want one of the chains that goes over the top of nose because I just think they look really cool. I'm weird. I'm pushing 50 years old and, taking fashion tips from 20 and 30 somethings. Before we get into today's holidays real quick, I do want to do a quick debrief since yesterday sucked balls trying to do it. None. Not yet. None yet. So Saturday, I got to go play crossing guard for my hometown's trick-or-treat street. Had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. The weather managed to hold off and not start pouring down rain until Spawn and I were waiting for the bus home. So that was awesome. I wore this because yesterday was the Samhain market for the Pacific Northwest Witches Market. So I hope they had a blast. I saw pictures and some reels, and it looks like the weather was, well, just as nasty as it was a year ago when Raven and I met at the Samhain market. So what piercing do I regret getting if I have regrets? I do not have any regrets yet. So far, I have not had any that I dislike. As far as tattoos, the McDonald's logo is the closest I get to having a regret, but only because it's the McDonald's logo, and one of the kids changed their name, so it doesn't quite fit anymore. But as soon as I explain the significance behind it, people think it's the coolest thing they've seen. Go full Bajorn. Yes, that would be fun. That would be painful, but fun. I will not do any lip piercings. The Munchkin has snake bites. I can't do that. My teeth are too jacked up. And that is the same reason why I won't do a tongue piercing. I mean, come on. I already broke this one in half. Do we want to do that one? Because that would be my luck, right? I have my daiths pierced and I have this. I do want to get more cartilage piercings and more in my ears. And I have a fuck ton of tattoos planned. I see that. And apparently we have everybody in the portrait chat and nobody in the landscape. But hey, not complaining. At least we got people chit-chatting and watching. Oops. All right, so we have holidays. What are today's holidays? Ooh. We're starting with Separation of Church and State Day. A cornerstone of true democracy. That would help. Try this again. Separation of Church and State Day. A cornerstone of true democracy, separation of church and state reminds us that freedom of religion also means freedom from religion in governance. In these times, it's a good moment to reflect on how vital this balance is to protecting every citizen's rights. Next, we have Plush Animal Lovers Day. At 47 years old, I still have a teddy bear who sleeps with me every night on the bed, and honestly, I think I have more stuffies than my kids do, potentially all three of them put together. Plush Animal Lovers Day celebrates that comforting, cuddly magic that never really leaves us. I can't reach her. It is honoring the nation's first responders day. Today we honor the brave souls who run toward danger while the rest of us seek safety. Our firefighters, EMTs, LEOs, and paramedics and rescue teams. Their courage and compassion deserve recognition every day, not just once a year. And that's our holidays for today. And that, my friends, is that. It's fucking Monday. Oh, okay. Now that I'm not... I picked this up for my son's ex and she left it here. So this little guy came back into my office last night. And she will hang out here in my office with me until such time as I either decide to hand her off to someone else, or I just decide that I don't want her in here anymore. But she has a home now. She's not getting given to Took. I'm not going to let him. No. Him no eat corn. Okay, Cece has spoken. Apparently Cece wants to keep the unicorn. She is absolutely adorable. She came from Dollar Tree at Christmas too. So, hey. I have a problem when it comes to certain things. Fuzzy socks, blankets, and stuffed animals, but certain stuffed animals. I see a stuffed triceratops. I'm going to pick it up because he loves them. Unicorns, those are my thing. Pigs, stuffed pigs. We still get stuffed pigs a lot. But yeah. And the corn, that was not me talking. That was Cece decided to come out and yeah. She likes stuffies. I have a feeling my littles, my internal littles, are a big part of why I have the number of stuffed animals I do. About near went toe-to-toe with my father-in-law once. When Men Behind the Curtain and I first got together, and the kids came over, and he saw that my sons were carrying stuffed animals. And he started to say something about them being too old for stuffed animals. We'll get there in a second, Andrea. And I'm like, no, they are not. And you will not tell them that. But, nope. For one thing, my oldest son is autistic, and that white rabbit is the only thing keeping him from melting down and destroying everyone's eardrums. Number two, my youngest child has abandonment issues, and that is his stepdad's stuffed animal that he left with him to help alleviate some of that abandonment issue. You will not say a goddamn word to my children. He backed off. Okay. As for how Cece came to be named, Cece is one of a set of twins. They are 4 years old. There are Cece and Missy. When I was a kid, everybody called me Sissy. And so my mother honestly was surprised when I went to first grade and realized and recognized my name because I had been called Sis or Sissy my entire life up till that point. And also, like so many women, when I was a young girl, if I did something wrong, I got the little missy, what do you think you're doing? So C is the bright, happy, cheerful little sister altar that we have. And if we think we're in trouble, Missy comes out and she's, okay, I'm sorry. I'll be good now kind of kid. And the man behind the curtain will tell you that that is close to her voice, but it is not her voice. And that is one of the ways we know that I am not faking it. I cannot intentionally use any of their voices. And it is trippy as hell. What's even funnier is when people who know me well will watch my face and literally my features shift when certain altars come out. It's weird. She does. Yeah, Mimi. Missy has a very specific whimper. Yeah. Love it. I am going to be nice and not embarrass the man behind the curtain. But his nephew could not pronounce his name. And he ended up with the most adorable nickname because of it. That his niece picked up on for a little while, but they now call him by name. But it was so cute. I think it's adorable. But I can't, he just, his first name starts with W. And so, his nephew will call him Whoa Whoa. Because he couldn't spit out his whole name. It was so cute. Holy sheepskin, I'm warm. Coffee is getting warm. Hello, Bean. All right. Do we want to check the cards now? Ooh, we have some fun later. Little kids are awesome. They're so adorable. My older brother is Art, so his nickname was Artie when I was a kid. And I would call him R.E. Or my older brother Bill was BL. Because that's how I pronounced it. Yeah. Yup. I apologize for that. I swear to God the heating pad is not on, but I feel like it. Alright. Let's move on to the cards. Yes. Holy cheese whiz. All right. All right, first card here is commitment. Next, inconsistencies. And last but not least, we have I need to reach out. All right. You made a commitment to someone whose inconsistencies are starting to ripple through your energy, leaving you uneasy. Now you're feeling that intuitive nudge. I need to reach out. Do not ignore it, my witchling. Support and clarity often arrive at the moment we open the door and ask. And tarot. So, oops. Did that work? Okay. First tarot card is the Four of Rods reversed. Next, Four of Rods reversed says joy, happiness, and different points of view. The Page of Rods is next. All right, try this again. We have the Page of Rods. Page of Rods is an young, enthusiastic, strong-willed person who is determined to be successful. Last but not least, Five of Cups reversed. Your troubles are ending. You are receiving acceptance and growing spiritually. And what do they say together? The Four of Rods reversed invites a fresh kind of joy, one born from seeing things through new eyes. The Page of Rods steps forward with fiery enthusiasm, reminding you that determination and curiosity are powerful allies on your path. And the Five of Cups reversed brings the sweet promise of healing. Your troubles are easing, acceptance is blooming, and your spirit is rising stronger than before. And what do they all scream? I realize that. All right, now let's braid the Oracle and Tarot together, bringing the. All right, die. Now, let's braid the Oracle and Tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred spiral message. All right. You've committed to someone or something that's now revealing cracks of inconsistency, leaving you uncertain. Yet new energy is rising, enthusiasm, fresh perspective, and joy return through the Page of Rods and Four of Rods reversed. The Five of Cups reversed assures healing and spiritual growth. Trust that the turbulence is clearing the way for renewed strength and alignment. All right. And now, our affirmation. I release doubt and welcome clarity. Every challenge reveals my strength. Every ending opens the door to joy. I trust the flow of change, knowing that Spirit guides me toward people and paths that honor my highest growth. I am open, I am resilient, and I rise renewed. I like it. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. There we go. Yep. They're popping in and out. We're doing good today. Yes, Echo was. Echo, I'm sure, will be back. I have no idea, though. Itchy. Isn't it? We have a Luna. We have not got a Tookers, or all I have is one. You know, I'm actually kind of happy about this. Apparently my show here is attracting Therians, furries, teenagers, and trans kids, and I'm not complaining. I am totally here for that. I will happily be that safe space for them. I'm going to say, hopefully I will remember what I just wanted to say during coffee, or during chilling with the Witchlings, but I don't remember if Echo's a he, a she, or a they, and I feel bad about that one. Because that's something I try to remember. We will get to Goddess after we do Namaste and Self-Compassion, but she is very old. Oh, hell's bells and tinker toys. I did it again. Hold on. That's okay. I got distracted while I was in the middle of things. This is what happens when I get sidetracked and I'm doing 4 things at once. Teutonic. That was the word I was looking for. There we go. Today's goddess is Teutonic, so she's going to be interesting to get to. I take it Andrea really loves the goddesses. I love that. Downloads. I know I downloaded it today. This is what happens when I'm doing 5 things at once and get out of my routine. Oh, I love this. I do this to myself all the damn times. Time. Yeah, I'll fix it later. Ooh. Yeah, I do actually, but that's okay. That works. There she is. Ha. All right. Oh, he was saying that we have a naming scheme for the files when I download the pictures of the goddesses. And he just said he's tempted to just change that and purge the folder that we put them all in. And I just name them goddess and throw them in that folder instead of, because it's the date and then the name of the goddess. And yeah. If I get distracted while I'm doing that, whether it's because I'm doing the goddess of the day, conjuring the affirmation of the day, doing my face, etc., things get forgotten. All right, moving on to our namaste and self-compassion. After I drink something again. Is that what I think it is? It is. Yes. All right. Need to keep track of that. Moving on to Namaste. Namaste reminds us to chew your food. Eat with intention. Savor the food in your mouth and chew it well. This not only aids in digestion, but it helps to ground you in the present. Focus on the texture of the food in your mouth. Is it sweet? Is it savory? Pretend you're a food critic. Enjoy the process of eating and break down the process of eating break down the experience as much as possible. I'm going to read that again. Chew your food. Eat with intention. Savor the food in your mouth and chew it well. This not only aids in digestion, but it helps to ground you in the present. Focus on the texture of the food in your mouth. Is it sweet? Is it savory? Pretend you're a food critic. Enjoy the process of eating and break down the experience as much as possible. Intentionally chewing your food while eating will allow you to be more present. Being in the moment, any moment, can reduce stress significantly. Just by doing this, you may be able to notice what kinds of food your body needs and is craving. I like that one. All right, so that is Namaste. So, moving on to and now, self-compassion. Self-compassion is that nagging feeling. Notice an unpleasant emotion, allow it to be for a few moments, and watch it go. Notice, allow, go. And that's our self-compassion for today. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Yes. Actually, this week's Namaste, or not. This week's Sanskrit word is Sankalpa, too. So, kind of all goes together here. Now let's see who today's goddess is. All right, next. We honor the goddess of the day, a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Iduna, the Teutonic goddess of love and longevity, guards the golden apples of immortality in Asgard's radiant orchards. Born of flowers and wed to Bragi, she unites eternal youth with poetic devotion. Her apples bring sweetness, endurance, and divine connection to the hearts of lovers and dreamers alike. Today, honor Iduna through apple magic and dreams. Polish an apple, place it under your pillow, and invite visions of love. In the morning, eat or drink from the fruit with gratitude, letting its energy bless your heart and renew your bonds with joy, compassion, and lasting vitality. That is today's goddess. What do you guys think of her? It's definitely Monday, y'all. All right. Possibly. I don't remember Anna and Elsa's, and it's Anna, A-N-A, but that's okay. Anna and Elsa's mother. That's kind of cool, though. I will do some research and get back to you. Oh, I really wish I could combine both chats into one. So Hazel in the other chat said that today's Namaste reminds her of Buddhism, Sati, which is mindfulness, and I am very much in agreement there. A lot of the Namaste cards hark back to some of the Buddhist and yogic principles. And finally, my witchlings. We close our divination with a moment of Zen, a teaching from the Little Book of Zen to carry into your day. Our quotes today come from Robert M. Pirsig and Janet Jiryu Abels. Robert M. Pirsig is the author of the book Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Very good book. I think this comes from that book. And the quote is, "The Buddha, the Godhead, resides quite as comfortably in the circuits of a digital computer or the gears of a cycle transmission as he does at the top of a mountain or in the petals of a flower. To think otherwise is to demean the Buddha, which is to demean oneself." Janet Jiryu Abels is telling us, the practice of Zen is not limited to the meditation mat. The practice of Zen is our entire life and is the very thread that binds our different lives together. Discovering this truth is called awakening, and it can take a circuitous route. Circuitous route? Anyway, circular route. Spiral! It's a spiral! Oh my God, how did I not pick that one up? So and that, my darlings, is our moment of Zen for today. Haha. All right. My witchlings, it is time to wrap up our show for the day. So, I didn't do a blessing today. I feel bad. All right, so as we open our circle with the extinguishing of our candle We extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors who joined us here. I didn't create one. Nope. Nope. All right, we're going to grab this one. Dum, bum, dum. Because honestly, I have gotten very much used to doing these blessings and I really love them. There we go. All right, y'all. Now I fixed it. It's Monday. All right, my loves, before we go quickly, I want to remind you all, this channel is supported entirely by the Witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, simply magic and love. And I will leave you with our blessing. My witchlings, may today's reading remind you that wisdom isn't locked in temples or texts. It's alive in your breath, your body, your daily choices. The Buddha's Godhead resides in all things, so let your kindness be your temple, your laughter your prayer, your compassion be your meditation. As Janet Jiryu Abels teaches, the practice does not end when you rise from the mat. Carry your stillness into the noise, your light into the shadows, and your love into the ordinary. The magic continues within you, around you, and as you. Namaste, my witchlings. Now, go out. Now, let's go out and spread love, joy, and kindness. There is already enough darkness and hate. Let's please try to be beacons of hope and light for those lost and stumbling in the dark. Tell your loved ones, whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, glide with scales, or tiptoe on tiny paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away far faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come way too soon. And please, my witchlings, always, always, always remember, you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real and genuine, even if you haven't discovered it yet. I was 45 before I did. I love you all to bits, my witchlings. Namaste, witchlings.